Hello and welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Constructor tutorial. In this tutorial I will quickly whiz through how to use our constructor module to start creating additional items that you are going to need within the game. So first things first, I'm going to put some power into the ship, which is covered in another video. Pop in, power it up, pop back out. Okay, we now have power to our constructor. Now the constructor is one of the single most useful pieces of equipment within Empyrion. You can't build anything without one. Currently in our templates for the constructor, everything is deselected. You cannot produce anything because you do not have the prerequisite items to be able to build anything. So the first thing we're going to look at is we need some raw material. Thankfully in the escape pod the powers that be have given us some very basic raw materials here to work with. I'm just going to very quickly check to see if I've missed any. I don't believe I have. Okay then, right, with our emergency supply, which it must be said are very basic and will just about get you up and running if you know what you're doing. So the first thing we do is we place all of these items into our constructor. Now as we are placing these items in here, you will notice that some items start getting lit up. That is because the prerequisite material, for example Promethean pellets used to create a fuel pack, are indeed in the inventory of the constructor, which then allows us to go ahead and create the item in question. Now this is where it all starts getting very complicated. For example, I can build some metal pieces because they simply require iron ingots. Likewise with a control device, likewise with electronics, these items all just simply need ingots. However, additional items, for example like pipes, they will require metal plates. So you would first build your metal plates. Once your metal plates are built, you can then go ahead and start building your pipes, and you will find that there's quite a chain of events. So you might need multiple items to create, for example, a reactor core. As you can see, the list of requisite items on that one are quite substantial, but there are enough items here to get you started with your first base. But it is that simple. For a motor we would need metal components. To build metal components we need iron and cobalt ingots. So you'd first build your metal components, then we would look at building additional cables, and then we would look at building electronics. Once you've got those first three requisite items, then you'll find the motor lights up. And again, it is that simple. However, what's not so simple is gathering and keeping hold of all the resources that you're going to need, because you're going to be doing a lot of mining, you're going to be doing a lot of salvaging. Now it is worth noting at this point as well, for example over in the distance there you can perhaps make out the remnants of your crashed ship or a crashed ship. You'll also find over there drones. Drones are basically the game's automated baddies. They are there to give you a bit of a bad time, but if you're clever enough or sneaky enough or just really good enough to take out these drones, you'll find that the drones will often drop many items that you're going to need in your constructor. For example, these various items here, the drones drop quite regularly. Now as you can see, we've got our components here. We can now make our motor. That is the essence of the constructor. You need the raw materials in your inventory to be able to then unlock your templates and in turn allow you to construct. Once the items are made in the queue, they are automatically deposited in the inventory of the constructor, which you can then grab and put in your own inventory. That is your essence of your constructor. That is really all you need to know about it. This is obviously the small ship constructor. Now this one is a very basic design, so it only allows you to make certain items. Once you construct a full-size large constructor for your base or capital ship, this constructor unlocks various other advanced construction options. It's a bit like a tiered system. This is a new implementation in closed alpha, but again is subject to change at a future date. This is just a tutorial just to get you started during closed alpha. So with that, hope that's given you a bit more insight on what to do with the constructor, and enjoy your game, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.